We picked apart arithmetic, we picked apart geometric, now we're going to finally pick apart the neither sequence. It's called a recursive, and this is the formula. Rand. So basically, a recursive pattern means you have to put one inside the other. So, they already give you the first term as 5. They want you to find the second term. They want you to find the third term, the fourth term, and the fifth term. They want you to find the first 5 terms. The first term is given to you. So this is what you have to do a recursive pattern. Notice what's on the other side of this. There's a 2, put a parenthesis, and put a +7. Put a 2, put a parenthesis, put a +7. Put a 2, a parenthesis, +7, and a 2, parenthesis, +7. I'm going to wait for you guys to catch up here. Or maybe you're not even taking notes. Maybe you're just going to watch. That's perfectly fine too. Okay, what's a recursive or a neither sequence? So basically, what you need to do is they give you the first term. And what you do is you start this by putting a 5 in there. And 2 times 5 is 10, and 10 plus 7 is 17. The first term is 5. The second term is 17. How did I get the second term? I used the first term to help us get to the second term. So I bet some of you know what's going to go inside this parenthesis. Once again, I use the first term to help me to get to the second term. If I want to get the third term, I'm going to put 17 in here to help me get to the third term. It's called recursive because the one before it helps you get to the one after it. So 2 times 17 is 34, and 34 and 7 is 41. Now that I know that the third term is 41, what's going to go in this parenthesis? 41. 82 plus 7 is 89. Now that I know that that's 89, 89 goes into that one. Is 185. And that's what you're doing on the first part of the assignment. We are going to do a couple more of these, and that is it for part 1. So, I know I have to find A2, I have to find A3, I have to find A4, and I have to find A5. Well, I know it goes 3 something plus 5. And I know that it goes 3 something plus 5. 3 something plus 5. And 3 something plus 5. Okay, so I already know my first term is 4. I start the process. I need to find my second term. What goes inside my parenthesis? A 4. 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 plus 5 is 17. What goes inside my next set of parentheses? 17, the one before it, the answer of the one before it. This makes 56. And then you put 56 in there. And this makes 173. And then you put 173 in there. My last number is 524. Okay, one more, and I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any more. I'm not going to do part 2. If you guys were here, part 2 is kind of complicated. We're just going to stick with the basics for this section. So, one more, we are done. If you want to shut it off, you can shut it off. I'm going to do one more of these. just in case somebody needs a third one. Okay, I'm just going to copy this down. I know I need a parenthesis and a -2 because wherever the AN is, that's where I put my parentheses. So I know I need a parenthesis -2, a parenthesis -2, a parenthesis -2, and a parenthesis -2. I can go back up here. I'm almost done with notes anyway. And as you can see, wherever my AN is, that's where there's a parenthesis. Okay, let's finish this and we're done with notes. I know I need to figure out what my second term is, my third term, my fourth term, and my fifth term. So what goes inside my first set of parentheses? A -2. A -2 and a -2 makes a -4. A -4 goes in here, -6. A -6 goes in here, -8. And a -8 goes in here, it's a -10. And that's all I want you to do for today's assignment. It's called a recursive pattern, putting one inside the other.